A story is told from the country of Malawi when Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda was the president. Malawi is in Southeast Africa. When Banda was the president, Banda was born in February of 1896. And then when he was 15, left on foot to Rhodesia, which is Zimbabwe now. Lived in Zimbabwe a little bit. He was going with his uncle Hancock. Lived in Zimbabwe a little bit, and then Banda left on foot to South Africa, which is a distance of about 1,500 miles. Got to the country of South Africa, got an offer to go to the United States of America. And he got to Tennessee, to a university in Tennessee. He studied there. He got his degree in medicine in 1937. 1941, Banda went to England to practice his medicine, but they couldn't allow him. And so he did another degree. 1941, he got another degree in medicine. In 1951, Banda was now a smart guy, so he left the United Kingdom. He went back home, and he gave the British a headache. He got the people to arise against the British. And there was chaos in Malawi, and Banda was arrested and released. In 1960, he was invited by the British in England for talks. And so they spoke, and he went back to Malawi. In 1964, July, Malawi was given its independence, and Banda became the first prime minister. In 1971, the Malawi Congress Party and Banda declared Banda the life president of Malawi. In other words, no party was allowed. The Malawi Congress Party was the only party that was allowed in Malawi. And Banda created a military state out of Malawi. The army, the police were there to defend his interests. Anybody who said anything against Banda was killed. Women were not allowed to wear short skirts or pants. They were allowed to have long dresses. Men were not allowed to have afro. Banda killed anybody who threatened him. If you came to Canada and thought you had run away from Banda and you start talking about Banda, Banda would find you in Canada. Banda became a brutal dictator. And Banda had a picture in every office in the country of him. Every office there was a picture of Banda. And the clock was not allowed to be higher than the picture of Banda or anybody's picture. Every police camp, every army barrack had a huge picture of Banda in it. You know, I know of a friend who knows of another African leader somewhere in Southern Africa who is almost like Banda. But that's not part of the sermon. But that's not part of the sermon. So a story is told. Banda actually lived until he was 101, and he was president until he was 98 years old. Couldn't see, couldn't walk, he was still the president. A story is told about this man who had a 4-year-old daughter. And so every time they were watching television, we're talking about power of choice, remember? Every time they were watching television, television was always about Banda. A picture of Banda had to show up. And so this man would say, look at that filthy dog. And the little girl was watching. Look at that filthy dog. He thought the daughter is just 3 years old. But you know, they start to listen and watch. One day the thief broke into their house. And they had to go to the police station. It's not like here you dial 911, you know. You have to go to the police station to report the case. I think somebody knows where I'm going with the story. They got to the police station, and it's so quiet because that was the place where they used to kill people. And so the father is carrying a daughter to report the case. And they said, next. It's so quiet. The little girl starts to jump up and down. Daddy, Daddy. She runs. The daddy couldn't hold the little girl. There was a big picture. She said, Daddy, look at that filthy dog. That girl is 40 now. She lives to tell the story of what happened.